Now this little Porziuncola is the tipping point. As I said, we're going to do the upper church. We're going to do the rectory right behind you as a school of political thought based on Franciscan values. In other words, there will be scholars there who will teach you about the environment, teach you about taking care of your neighbor, teach you about no wars, always peaceful, and teach you about the treatment of animals in our environment, the 4 principles that the little poor man from the great city of Assisi stands for. I have to tell you, I was in Assisi one day because I've been going for 40 years. My children, you know, you think they're tired of Assisi, but you know what? Sai una cosa, Sindaco? I miei bambini che vanno ogni anno per 40 anni con me, no? Da quando erano nati. Vanno ogni anno e fanno sempre, ancora Assisi. Fanno sempre così. Però quando io non ci sono con loro e loro vanno in Italia, vanno ad Assisi senza me. Perciò Francesco ci ha toccato il cuore. They go to Assisi without me, and that's the symbol of St. Francis having gotten their heart. Early on, I was at the hotel in Assisi, the Subasio, and the concierge and I were talking about who could I get to do frescoes. He said, I know this guy in Città del Castello. His name's Stefano. He picked the phone up and he called Stefano. And he said, Stefano, there is a woman here named Angela. That's Stefano in the back. Stefano Lazzari, the artist of all the frescoes on the Porziuncola, the gorgeous frescoes. Along with his sister Francesca and their father Romolo, who has been absolutely incredible. So Lucio at the Hotel Subasio says, you know, there's a woman here named Angela that wants to meet you. Stefano says, oh my God, I dreamt about an Angela wanting to meet me, and got in his car. He got there in 20 minutes, and Città di Castello's 40 minutes away. So you knew he flew there. From that day on, his incredible faith, his love, his working not for money. The artists in Italy did not work for money. The jewels we have in that Porziuncola cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, more than what we paid for, because these artists from Assisi, whether it's Stefano, whether it's Maurizio, whether it's Lucio, work for the love of Francesco in Umbria, where they are all born, and it couldn't be more beautiful. It just couldn't. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. There are a lot of people, the Nibbi brothers have been absolutely fantastic. Ivano standing in the back from Venice Tile has been unbelievable. But there's one person that I just couldn't have done anything without, and that's Alfonso Rocciola. Where is he? The project manager of the entire program. Alfonso, alzati. Bravo! Bravo! You know, just tolerating me for 2 years, we ought to give him a standing ovation. I tell you, I love you, Alfonso. You're amazing. That little Porziuncola will bring hundreds of thousands of people to our city. Because believe me, there are a lot of people out there like me, members of St. Francis's Third Order, that travel all over the world to see anything that has anything to do with Francesco. And now his American city of San Francisco has a rock that he used, that saw him cry, that saw him dance, that saw him laugh, that saw him yell at the friars, that saw him do the consecration of St. Clair, for which our county of Santa Clara is named after. That little rock in his little home in San Francisco saw him do everything because he touched it, he held it, and he used it to build where we are 800 years later, and millions of sick and poor people having been taken care of by his sons, the friars and the sisters of St. Clair of the Franciscan order. That's how important our little Porziuncola here is in the city and county of San Francisco. Once I started and I got all the artists on board, and I had a little money, but I didn't have what was needed, so I had to go out and find people. And I have to tell you, we have just started the Knights of St. Francis of Assisi, and all of you have to go into Francesco Rocks on the corner and sign up, because you're all Knights of St. Francis just being here today. And it's so very cool that we are able to start this in conjunction with the Porziuncola in Assisi. We are their first archconfraternity that was granted to them by Pope Benedict XIV in the 1600s. So the Knights of St. Francis of Assisi are going to sustain, which means help pay for, continue paying for, taking care of it. We are the custodians. We guard it. We don't let anyone hurt it. And that's what all of us feel in our heart. And it's only 4 hours a month of volunteer work, whether it's on the telephone, the internet at your homes, or here. So please go see our new store, Francesco Rocks. But the very first Knights, people I consider to be Knights, are the 3 people that stepped up to the plate to help me. And you know, it's really interesting. And I'm not a feminist, believe me. I consider myself to be an equalist. I want everybody treated equally. I am not, and this was a little bit of a problem in my race for mayor, because everyone wanted me to say I was a feminist. Well, I'm not. I want everyone treated equally the way our Lord said. Not our Constitution, the way our Lord Jesus Christ said. That's what I want. These three people, they just happen to be women, stepped up to the plate. Where's Nancy Klein of Klein Vineyards? She went in the back? Well, Nancy Klein. Klein Vineyards and Jacuzzi Vineyards, never to be forgotten, ladies and gentlemen. When you go to Sonoma, you have to stop and by, because I'll tell you, she was right there for us. Absolutely. And still is. And still is. The next person is Dee Dee Wilsey. She is just absolutely amazing. I went over to her house. She taught me how to raise money. I don't know how to raise money. That's why I didn't beat Gavin in the race. I love you, Gavin. But Dee Dee Wilsey wrote out an enormous check and handed it to me. And you know what she said? She said, Angela, if you believe this much and you have this much faith, I want to get behind that kind of passion. And she handed me a huge check, and I'll never forget her. You know, she built the DeYoung Museum, but in my opinion, you know, as great as our DeYoung is, and you know what a San Franciscan I am, in my opinion, though, contributions, and by no means monetary, all contributions to this precious little gift of ours is going to be something that you can carry in your hearts till the day you die. And Nancy and Dee Dee has called me over and over to tell me how proud she is to have had anything to do with this gorgeous little Porziuncola of St. Francis of Assisi. So thank you, Dee Dee Wilsey, very, very, very much. The next woman that stepped up to the plate is Elisa Stevens, who, you know, Academy of Art. I mean, they're all over town, right? It was great to get to know her. She is an amazing human being. Amazing. She's here there she is, the Academy of Art, Elisa Stevens. I love you, Elisa. She not only gave financially big time, she sent her artists over. And when you walk into the Luogo di Santa Chiara that holds the Porziuncola inside, turn around and look at that gorgeous, gorgeous medieval fresco done by Angela and Jorge standing in the back, and all the artists that are standing in the back there. That fresco is right out of the 1200s. And it's absolutely gorgeous.